Hey family, hope everyone's having a good day. Um, so back again. I want to talk to you today about communication, communicating with love. We sometimes have trouble communicating with each other. Even when it comes to, sometimes it may not be us, it may be the other person, we're having trouble communicating with, or, the way people talk to you, or the way you talk to people. You know, Proverbs 18 says, we have life, power of life and death in our tongue. So just be careful what you say or you give life to. You don't always have to respond in a negative way. You don't always have to feed into certain people's energy. And sometimes you can say something that you may regret and you can't take it back. So a question was asked to me earlier this week is, how do you communicate with other people? Especially the ones that don't have your best interest at heart. Three ways people communicate. People communicate by talking, communicate with their body language, and then they communicate by actions. When you're communicating, you communicate with love. You don't try to say anything to upset anyone. Sometimes you don't always have to be additive to respond to every little thing. You don't have to respond to everything. Sometimes you can listen before you respond, and then think about before you respond, and make sure you're responding in love. Saying, like, I had trouble when I was younger. I used to, I had this thing about me. Treat people the way you want to be treated, but at the end of the time, people treat me a certain way, and then I come off and treat them back 10 times worse, or I be like real harsh and disrespectful. So you don't have to do that. You can treat people with love, just like God said to treat people with love and kindness. And when it comes to communicating with people, as you'll never get to the obstacle that you're trying to get to. You never get to understand that person or where they're coming from or their standpoint. Remember, when two people are communicating, there's always a right way to say things and a wrong way. Now, on the other end, where you have people like being disrespectful to you while communicating, off answer turns away wrath. You don't have to give them the same energy back. You can be better. Get with God. How you can go to Him and talk to Him and listen. I would say do that with other people. Two wrongs don't make it right. It doesn't. Two wrongs don't make it right. So you need to do things the right way. Communicate by listening. Number one is listening. Listening before you respond. Number two is not making whatever you're talking about mainly about you. Let them communicate first. Like, let them talk, or let them express themselves first, and then later on the line, if you feel like you're in a safe headspace to respond at that moment, then go ahead and respond. But if you don't respond, key thing is to responding in love, communicating with love. We may not always do things perfect. I may not always do things perfect, but I know for a fact that I'm working on my communication. Not just with people, but with God. Communication is just another gateway to relationships with people. How else to show love? By communicating and understanding each other. Thank you for tuning in.